Okay, what's the topic again?
Oh, yeah. I just said it's going to be heavy. Okay, welcome back, guys, to Respectfully No.
Episode 4.
3-ish.
3.5/4.
So today we're talking about, it's going to be a little heavy, but it's real, it's life, it's something that we've all kind of experienced at some point. We're going to be talking about, have you ever loved someone and had to leave? And then what did that look like for you? Did you learn? Did you grow? Did you regret it? That kind of thing. I'm going to be, you can go on with that because y'all, well, first of all, Delana didn't even want to do it, really, this topic, but,
and I mean, I necessarily didn't either, but
and here's
it is what it is.
Yeah, here's the thing. I think that they're going to come, a time that we're going to be talking about all the things. Like, we're not just narrowing this down. And so there are going to be times that they want to talk about something I don't want to talk about, or I can't really, I don't know, comment
relate.
on. Yeah. There's going to be things that we talk about that she can't, and so forth and so on. So we just decided to go ahead and go with this one. So
Yeah.
she's a team player right here.
Taking one for the team.
Yeah. So what am I doing here? You can explain that. I think
Mandy is the news reporter for the day. I was the news reporter kind of on the last one. That's what we kept calling me.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah.
So she has some questions, I guess. Are they questions or statements?
Statements, questions, all the above.
That we can, talk on.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I think it's something that a lot of people really don't like to talk about out loud.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So
definitely.
Isn't that right?
Yep.
Okay. So loving someone doesn't always mean staying.
Mm-hmm.
So here we go. Are y'all ready? Yeah. Okay.
I reckon.
Okay. Have you ever personally had to walk away from someone that you loved, Amy?
Yes.
Delana.
Yeah.
That I very much loved.
Yeah.
Also.
I wouldn't go that far.
Yeah, and I think it's different for everybody.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like I have probably, but I'm married and I've been happily married. Like, we've been together 20 years. Really, like 15, I think. 17, I don't know. Something like that. But, so, I think for me, though, by the time I was ready to walk away, like, I didn't love them.
Yeah.
Like, that's, But sometimes people are very much in love and love that person and still have to leave and still have to get out of that situation.
Yeah.
So, okay. What was the breaking point for you? Was it one moment or something that built up over time?
I mean, definitely a build-up of things. Like, I don't think I'm a person who, on one moment, could just call it quits.
Yeah.
Especially if I'm still...
Like, oh, well, this happened. And
yeah,
then
especially if I'm still in love with someone. Like, at the end, there were, like, several things that happened concurrently, like, very close in proximity to each other, that I just had to...
Yeah. What about you?
I was definitely an array of things over a period of time.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I couldn't narrow it down to one specific moment. I could probably tell you the specific moment my switch flipped.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
When I decided that, like,
Yeah, I also.
So I think let's pause there
that.
for a minute because I think that happens a lot. That like the switch will flip and we know that like this is not going to work out. This is not this. I've got to get out of here.
I don't want to continue to be loved in this way.
But we still stay.
Yeah.
oh, absolutely.
For a time. And And it's hard, especially like when you build a life together, when you have bills together, when you
Mhm.
have kids together, when all of these things, you know, it's hard to just be like, all right, deuces, I'm out.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Right.
Um,
And I mean, and then there's a multitude of factors even behind that. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? So
Yeah.
so would you say that you tried to fix it, like, before?
Definitely.
without a doubt.
Yeah, for sure.
So I can't really speak much on yours because I feel like your most serious relationship was in Pikeville, and I wasn't, you know,
Mhm.
there for that. Yours, I absolutely, like,
Yeah.
you really did. I mean, and I
Yeah.
give you props for that
Yeah.
because
Thank
I
you.
would never.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So.
At the time, you were not giving me props for that. You
Yeah,
were like,
no.
what are you doing?
No, but I get it. Like now, even looking back, and like I've always said, like I'm glad that you are who you are,
Mhm.
and that you are so loving and giving
Yeah.
and caring and forgiving and all
Mhm.
these things.
And understanding. And,
Yes.
You know, I am.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, I do.
I think you are too.
Like we've said before, I take a lot.
Yeah,
It took a lot to get to that point.
I've lived through dang near anything.
Yeah.
What's some you're gonna do to me?
Yeah, yeah.
I take it,
Yeah.
but
Until-
everybody got their breaking point.
Yeah.
yep,
Mhm.
absolutely.
And I think that's.
Well, I wouldn't say everybody though, because
Well,
I know like
that's
there are
true.
still
Well,
people.
no, I'm not saying there's still people that are still in them relationships because they can't walk away.
Yeah.
But everybody
Mhm.
still has their breaking point. That's the switch I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Everybody's got that breaking point. That
Yeah,
switch where they
that
turn
switch.
into I don't give a dang anymore.
But they
Yeah.
still
Even
stay.
if they stay.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying? They
Yeah.
still,
Sure.
but they don't care. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? I'm here solely on because I have to,
Yeah.
I feel like, or because I feel like I have no other option.
Yes.
This is my only option.
Yeah.
So, okay, this is what we do.
Right.
But I don't gotta like you.
Yeah.
yeah. So, did you know that it was the right choice, or did you just hope that it was, or did you feel it like?
I was very torn for quite some time.
Yeah.
Even after. Like,
Yeah.
I questioned myself many times. Did I make a mistake? Like, the pain was so bad after that I couldn't remember the bad times.
Yeah.
All I could remember was the good times. And I was
Mhm.
like, oh my God, I made a mistake. Like, because there were a lot of good times.
Oh
you
yeah.
know?
For sure.
But, definitely.
So, what do you think made staying no longer an option? Like your,
Well, I feel like.
because I feel like you knew long before you actually made that
Mm-hmm.
the choice, like
Yeah.
that big step.
Yeah.
You know,
There was an accumulation of things that I was like,
they just
I don't
tallying
feel like
up.
I know this person anymore. You know,
Yeah.
like it did feel like they were a completely different person
Yeah.
at the end. And it's
Sure.
just like certain things I couldn't unsee,
Yeah.
you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like, but I've definitely fought with myself still, even afterward.
Yeah.
Like,
And I think
so-
that's natural.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
So Delana, because and it's been a while for you. But what did it look like life after you left? Like,
Wow.
well,
It started off really good.
yeah.
It did.
Well, she
It
came
started off
here.
Really good.
Mhm.
Yeah. I came here and I brought the kids and, you know, things were going good and,
Until there was that.
yeah.
You felt free.
Yeah. I mean, you could say free.
Well, and I
Yeah.
think too, like for relationships, and even for you, because you met him at a young age, at a very young age, you know, and so that was really all you had known as far as an exclusive live-in. You know what I'm saying?
No,
like,
yeah. First and, yeah. No. It was definitely a different experience. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
did you second guess yourself after you?
And the sake of my children.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, and that is
But-
different.
And it was momentary because I knew the reasoning behind it, and I knew that I would just default back to that person that I was
Yeah.
trying to run away from. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Yeah.
It was more about getting out for me to be better for them.
Right.
You know what I mean? As well as getting them out, which didn't work out that way, which is fine. But like,
Right.
that's what I did it for. You know.
So I think a lot of times too, when you're in situations like that, with children, like a lot of people, I think, and stay because of the kids.
Mm-hmm.
and I did for a long time.
And I have like that's one thing that has gotten me out of situations and relationships are my kids.
Yeah.
Like, because I think people think, well, it's my kid's dad, and you know, it's better than no, because it's actually worse for them to grow up in a home where there is no love.
And kids,
they pick up on it.
They
sense
everything.
it. And what you're teaching them is this is how a relationship is supposed to be.
yeah.
So then whenever they grow up, that's the type of relationship. And they think it's normal. And
Yeah.
it's not.
One thing
Yes.
that I said, I'm sitting here and you expect me to act like that staying would have been the better option. But you're telling me that in your mind that's okay because our children should see men treat women the way that you treat me, or women treat men the way that you treat, or that I treat you, or that I'm accepting from you, or vice versa.
Yeah.
So that's what our kids are going to learn to be as adults.
Yeah.
That's what adults we want them to be. I don't think so.
Yeah.
I don't think so. So for anything, even if I cared about you, whether I loved you or didn't love you at the end, or in any sort of way, I wasn't doing it for you
Yeah.
or for me. It was about me. Don't get it twisted.
Yeah.
But like, it was about them.
No, and I've said to you, like I've talked to you, and you know, you were there, like during some of my relationships when I was younger, like, and I've always said, if it was not for my kids, I would have stayed.
Yeah.
I would have stayed, you know. But thank God for my children, because you know. So missing them and not going back.
Really hard.
Yeah, because that's
really hard
natural.
to
That's
do.
normal.
Yeah.
To when you've spent an X amount of time with someone, and especially living with them. You lay beside them every night.
Yes.
You do all the things. You go out to eat. There's memories that are you know routine.
And it's like when they leave, it's like this eerie quiet
Uh-huh.
that you haven't felt
Yeah.
in a very long time. You
It's
know?
like you're grieving someone who's
It's-
still alive.
Yeah, it is. It's like you just have to, in a sense, look at them as if they've died. you
Yeah.
know, like,
It's called an ambiguous loss.
See, and that's me
To
too.
grieve somebody that is alive.
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
That
that's,
for
like
me,
they're
I'm
gone.
like cut it off, all communication.
Yeah.
Because it's just better for me, like to just to keep in contact with them or texting them. I mean, it would be great if everybody could, you know, be friends, but that's
Always
just
in on a
typical.
high note.
Yeah,
But it doesn't work
that's
that way.
just-
I mean,
Yeah.
maybe in some situations
Yeah.
that's possible, but
Yeah.
Highly unlikely though.
Yeah, it depends
people are
on
just
that
human.
person and how it ended.
the
what
dynamic of the relationship.
That's what I'm saying.
and-
People are just human.
Yeah.
Most people are
Yeah.
not.
Because
wanting
some
to sit down
people
and have
just
a
grow
conversation
apart.
like-
Yeah.
And then I see how that could possibly happen in the sense like that. But, you know, when there's a lot of tumultuousness and
Yes,
stuff like that.
manipulation.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Do you think some people leave too quickly?
I mean, I personally am probably not going to do that.
No.
I think that there are people out there that I've, you know, bore witness to
I mean, if I'm
that
thinking
are very quick to
run.
Yeah.
almost
runners.
self-sabotage. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, okay, either I like you a lot and you're doing all the right things and that's not okay for me, or you're really, really bad and I really shouldn't be around you, so I'm going to do the right thing about it.
And some people get bored.
Some people get
Like,
bored.
yeah.
Boredom be a thing.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't get bored in general. In general life, I don't get bored. Like, I'm an only child. So, like, I can entertain myself, you know. Like,
Yeah.
I'm used to being alone. It's nothing new for me. So,
Yeah.
boredom is not really a thing. I watch TV, like, for fun.
Boredom is absolutely a thing for her.
It absolutely is.
So, yeah. That's okay.
Yeah.
So what do you think that it taught you about yourself? After getting away from that relationship, long-term relationship, and then we're not counting the things that happen afterward, and maybe we will get into another day. But now, like, because for so long of that time you've kind of been away, you know what I'm saying? And like really setting with it and dealing, like, I don't think that you really got to do that.
What's the
Because
fair
of the
statement?
shock of the things that happened.
That's a fair statement. I think what you would call, I processed it, right? But to do diligence in processing, it's different. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like I read through the file. You know what I'm saying? Like I know what happened, but to know what happened, like to feel it, it was different. And then also too, to have that revelation be happening while other things on the outside are happening. You know what I'm saying? And all of it at once. Like, I know there's a lot of times that like people probably thought that I'd break. You know?
Oh yeah, and especially, you know, sometimes people use tools to persuade you back, to try to get you to do whatever it is. And so, and especially when those tools are something near and dear to your heart, to not do that has to be hard, you know? Told y'all it's gonna be heavy, but it's okay. It's fine. Everything's fine.
Everything's fine.
Hers was a little bit lower and softer, but it's okay. So can love actually exist without respect, peace, or safety?
No.
I'm sorry, say that one more time.
Can love actually exist without respect, peace, or safety?
No.
So,
Talk louder, because remember our mics.
the correct answer is no.
There we go.
Okay, but is it really love if you don't have those things?
Hold on.
But because people have...
I can have love for you.
Well, yeah.
I can have love for you all day long.
Yeah.
I don't mean I love you.
I'm thinking more
Like-
on the other side. Like, can they love
No.
you if there's no respect,
That's
peace,
what
and
I'm
safety?
saying. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
No, like, no.
I love you, but it's very clear that you do not love me the same
Right,
way
that's
that I
what
love you.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I have love for you.
Yeah.
They have love for you.
Yeah.
They don't love you. They gonna tell you they love you.
Yes.
Because they got love for you.
Yeah.
Just like they gonna go out here and dap their homeboy up because
Yeah.
they got love for them, for that man too.
Yeah. But some people only love to the capacity that they
Are capable of?
are capable of.
Absolutely.
Yes.
That's-
So,
And so do you feel like you've grown from... grown?
yes, I've grown.
We have the facts grown.
Grown from your experience. And if it...
Yes, I do. Because first of all, I'm a strong woman. I am, but I'm also have a very soft heart, and I am very passionate, and I love very hard. So I honestly shocked myself as to how strong I was throughout the situation. I definitely have grown.
Yeah. But I'll
Yeah.
tell you that with each, even going back to the relationship that you had years ago.
Yes.
You know, like that's probably played a role in with this.
Absolutely.
You know?
Yes.
And it will, like each thing that you go through, you're going to learn from it. You're going to grow
Absolutely.
from it.
Like,
know?
I'm definitely stronger,
more aware.
more aware. I
The
was
pink
more aware.
flags are no longer pink. They're red now.
They're turning redder.
Redder. Well, they're reddish.
They're reddish. They're magenta.
Oh,
But
God.
you know, after
They all black to me.
After
Man.
definitely after
Wait, was
the
it black
first
and white?
after the first one,
Whatever
I got
color
stronger, but not strong enough.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like,
Honey, and this one right here is going to be you are going to
Yes.
be like me.
Well, I wouldn't go that far. I strive to be like you. Yes,
Oh.
yes.
Absolutely.
Oh, okay.
Will I ever? Probably not.
Facts.
I mean, but the more you go through,
Yes. But as far as like the sternness
Oh,
and
yeah.
like that probably won't ever happen.
I wonder
But
where that came from.
The strength.
Because Mama is not like where did I,
Yeah.
my mom is like,
Probably all the disrespect you took at a younger age.
at a young age, very young age.
And you were like, no, I
I was
doing that
in
no more.
survival mode.
Yeah, it's the survival mode. Yes.
As a child,
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Ooh, getting heavy. So, what do you think that it's taught you about yourself? And is it different from the one from years ago that we went also through together?
Yeah.
To this one,
I have to think about that for a second.
yeah, because this is just me on the outside looking in. I don't know that your first one. I mean, I'm sure it taught you something, but not enough.
Not enough.
Or you wouldn't have been in.
Obviously.
Yeah.
So.
But I think that we see the potential or like who they could be or that we hope for them to be. And at first, I think.
And who they show you in the beginning.
Yeah.
That isn't always who they end up being
Yes.
at the end.
Yeah. They can definitely. And we're not bashing men because women can too. Women can change.
Absolutely.
Too.
Yeah.
But in relationships, I'm not like, they're this way. And then once they get in there, then they're someone totally different.
I mean, and if I could be real, it's like that in life in general. Like, I was just honestly talking about somebody like that at work today. Because they, at first, were this perfect little worker gal, And then at the end, it was like, I don't remember you being like that, like...
Yeah.
It was a drastic difference.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Well, when I first got with my husband, he did dishes.
Yeah.
I was like, wow. And, he doesn't do that now. But I think we all have our little things that we're,
I mean, dishes and
Yeah, I know. That's
other things
that's
are
what I have
a
to relate
little
to
different.
now.
You're like, oh man, he don't do the dishes anymore.
Yeah. But, like, that can feel like trickery.
Yeah,
too,
definitely.
you
But
know,
on a different
like-
level
Yes.
of trickery.
Oh, gosh. Oh. All right. Oh, I heard someone. So, and I've always said this, that staying isn't always strength. Sometimes leaving is.
Yes.
Because I feel like...
And that's what I learned.
Yes, because I think a lot of times people think that staying to fix it, staying till they change.
And you do,
Stay-
I
you
think
do
if I
that.
had never talked to you about my situation and what was going on, if I'd never broke and finally told you some of the things that were happening, like if we'd never had that conversation, I'd probably still be there.
Okay.
For sure.
Not putting this all off on you, boo, but I have said several times, if it hadn't have been for you, he would have been back.
Yeah.
Long time ago.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But because I am who I am, and I am very forgiving, and I am like, well, maybe it didn't mean it like that,
Right.
But you're like, don't be stupid.
Yeah.
Like,
Because for me, a lot of times I think people just think love is enough.
yes.
And when, I'm hearing when I'm talking to you on the phone and I'm hearing all these things and then I'm talking to you and I'm hearing these things and
Yeah.
I'm like, y'all, that is not love.
Yes.
Love is patient and it's kind. And it's just, and if you don't have trust, communication, there's so much more that goes into a relationship than
Yes.
love. And unfortunately, it's just not enough.
Yeah.
And I say this to you all the time, there would be a whole lot of people together today
Yeah.
if love was just enough.
Yeah.
It's not. But there's also a difference in staying in a situation that it's just not good for you, but when it's abuse in whatever form, whether it's physical, because there's many forms of abuse, you know, mental, emotional abuse. That's for me. And maybe because at, again, such a young age, I had went through not so healthy relationships.
Yeah.
And never would I want that for anyone else. And when I'm hearing these things now as an adult, I'm not 14.
Yeah.
I'm not 18 and 20. You know, like, I'm an adult. I'm in a healthy relationship.
Yeah.
And so it's a little different for me.
Yes.
But yeah, because you were really, I feel like, stuck. Because not that she was away, she had no, it was just her.
Secluded, isolated.
Yes.
And also when you come from tumultuousness, you know, it's normal. It can feel normal, you know, because my mom wasn't always in the best relationships, you know,
Right.
that I saw.
And-
So,
And you could, I mean, not trying to, you know, I'm not mentioning any names, but she could relate there,
Yeah.
too.
I mean, yeah, I absolutely can. I only had, you know, so many different aspects of a relationship just between my parents.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Both
Yeah.
married several times, and I'm not bashing anybody.
Right, no.
You are just speaking your truth.
Yeah.
But, like, seeing that dynamic, you know what I mean? If anything, it just taught me one or two things. That you can accept whatever if you choose to do so, because that's on you. Or two, what absolutely not to accept. You know what I mean? None of it was any of really the best example of, oh, this is what love is, this is what you should look for. Like, I mean, I knew the basic necessities, which was
And
what
that's
you
hard,
look for
too.
in a man is to see, you know, how he treats his mom and how he treats the waitress, because that's how he's going to treat you. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
that was probably the best thing I was ever told as a kid.
Yeah.
Not always.
I don't mean when you meet him and you see it one or two or three or four times. I mean, get to know a boy.
Well,
You know?
well, there are situations
Absolutely.
where
There's great
they
manipulative
always treat
or
the waitress
or women.
Because it's,
very kindly.
yeah.
You know, but then
What about that mama?
that isn't in this situation a thing. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
there is no.
Yeah.
Okay,
But-
so auntie mama or grandma
Okay.
or grandmama.
In my situation, I'm trying to not be like, you know,
Yeah.
so everyone thinks this person is amazing. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. So everyone gets treated accordingly.
My situation.
Yes.
He was the same way.
Yes.
Yeah.
There was no wrong.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's what she was surrounded by.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I get it.
But I don't want our viewers to think that I'm like, you better do this. And I'm there, I listen, I'll hear them out. And then now, there was a point in time when I'd be like, yeah, you're dumb.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like,
Absolutely.
what are you doing? You know?
And if I can just be very transparent here.
Yeah.
In both of my major relationships, it almost cost us
Yeah.
our friendship.
Yeah.
Because she just couldn't stand to see it anymore.
It's hard, and that's the thing. It's hard to hear. It's hard to. All of it's hard to, you know, witness and not be able, and especially if it's someone that you love that's near and dear to you, and so it's hard to hear it, see it, watch it, but to see them change too.
Because in both situations, I am guilty of Mandy calling, and I'm like, oh, I can't talk to her. I can't talk to her right now. Maybe after I leave here, I'll call her, but definitely not while I'm around this person. No, I can't.
Yeah,
I can't talk to her.
because I'm a very good I observe, and I like I could be like, hey boo, what you doing, everything, and, you know, and she's like, yeah, everything's good. but really it wasn't good.
Yeah.
And even though she's saying it's good, I already know it wasn't good. Like I can pick up on things.
Yeah. But I'd rather just not answer the phone.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, for sure.
And
so,
then feel terrible.
But with the last relationship, I think it was just more so, and I've said this, and she said that too. Like when she is in a relationship, she will literally just, that she lives,
Yes.
eats, breathes,
Yes.
sleeps that
Yes.
relationship. And a lot of people do that. But so she just is kind of all wrapped up in. If someone were listening right now and they were thinking of leaving and a toxic, abusive, whatever type of relationship, what would you say to them? Thank you for the follow.
I would say, if it's something that you've had to ask yourself, not more than once, not 3 times, but if it's something that's kept you up at night, if it's something that's made your day difficult to get through, if it's something that really brings a challenge as a part to peace to your life, then you already know the answer. And yes, you are strong enough to walk away, regardless of your circumstances or situations, because there's people in all walks of life willing to help you, and people that have gone through it that can be there for you either way.
Yeah.
So look it off my phone.
If you need to leave, by all means, go for it.
Yeah.
What would you say? What advice would you give?
Can you repeat?
Yes, actually, Zach asked me to repeat the question as well. So if someone is listening now and they're thinking about leaving a relationship that's toxic, that's abusive, what would you say to them? Like, what advice would you give to them?
Okay. I would say, if it doesn't feel good, then it's probably not good. I know you're going to find this interesting, but I have been in the shower crying for God to please get me out of this situation.
Hallelujah.
I have, even though I'm not religious and I don't know.
Well, but that kind of, a little bit,
But I have, please, this is not, okay, I should not be in the shower right now crying my eyes out, begging to be released from this situation, So
I think, and peace, if it's not peaceful, if you're walking on eggshells,
yes.
If you said something earlier, when you have to shrink.
Okay, yeah, so you always hear of people saying if you're shrinking yourself, that's not good. And you, like I said earlier, until I was out of the situation, I didn't know what that really meant. But then once I got out of the situation, I understood what that meant, because I was talking about how I was in my car.
Yeah.
And I had my windows rolled down, and I was just blasting my music, and I just started crying because I didn't feel, even if I was alone in my car when I was in the situation, I didn't feel free like that.
Yeah.
Yes.
But
it just felt so good and so carefree and I don't even know how to explain it, but if you are questioning whether you should leave or not, I feel like the answer is yes. Because if it's a real love, I don't think that will be a question.
Right. No.
Yes. So definitely, if it's a question that you have, the answer is probably yes.
I think, and it's just something that I think a lot of us know for a long time before we make that actual step.
Absolutely.
And that's, I think, the hardest part is just getting to that point to where,
And it is very hard. It is very sad. It is very, you question yourself. You may beat yourself up about it. You may regret the decision. But if you give it time and are able to be strong enough to stay away, it will be better in the end.
And if I can just speak to, a little something about, you said that, you know, like you were crying out to God, like, God, just help me, and then now, like you've kind of said, like, I don't know where this strength has come from. I don't know how I've been
because I'm not.
You're not. I've even.
I mean, I am a strong person, but in a relationship, I fall very deeply in love, and I'm honestly shocked at myself that I was that strong, like to make the decision myself.
And so for me, because you call
like,
on God, that's where your strength. That is where you're being able to do this.
Yeah.
More so, I mean, and not that it's been easy, but
by any means,
right? But you've done it, and it's not on your own. Like, that's the thing I always say. Like, we're just human beings with mere humans.
Yeah,
like,
yeah. But like I also said earlier, had it not been for you, we definitely would have been back together. Like, because there was I'm like, oh, well, he said he's sorry,
Yeah, well, and I think too that you second guess yourself.
Oh, absolutely,
a lot. Like, well,
definitely,
maybe it wasn't that bad, or
maybe it wasn't that bad. That is a huge thing that in the beginning I said a lot. Maybe it
and
wasn't
for me, I just don't think that love is supposed to cost you your peace.
It's not. You're right. It's not, and
like,
it's like I have called it. I was in a fog, and when you're in a fog, you do kind of push the bad stuff to the back burner. You can't think of the bad stuff because after you've broken up with somebody. I ruminated over all the good times,
Yeah.
Like, that's all I could think about. But, yeah, anyway.
And I think that you can still miss that person and miss what it was at one point in time and still know that you've made the right choice.
Yeah.
But that's hard. I think people get confused with that.
Yeah.
Like, well, did I make the right choice? Or should I go back? Or, But I think that's all.
And those questions do get less and less over time. But even still, like, I still question, like, because grief does come in waves, and like, I could be okay for a week, and then one day I'll just be sad. Like,
oh, yeah, it's like a roller coaster. I mean,
definitely,
yeah. And I think that people that have left or are in the process, like. And I tell her this all the time. You have to give yourself grace.
Yeah.
Yeah. You have to.
Yeah, I had. I definitely have beaten myself up.
Yeah.
About things, like, oh God, I didn't work out today, or, and Mandy's like, it's okay, boo. Like, you got to give yourself some grace. Like, you're going through a lot, but that is hard to learn to do.
So, and if anybody wants to, you can drop in the comments, if you've ever had to walk away from someone that you've loved and what that was for you. Like, did you... Because some people do learn, and then some don't. Or, some go back. Some grow from it. Some do not. They get into a depression. They get...
Definitely, yes.
It's different for everybody.
It has taught me a lot of self-love.
Hey, Tori.
I would get very offended when people would say that to me during the relationship.
Yeah.
But it definitely has made me realize that I am a catch.
Yes,
honey.
girl.
Listen,
yes.
I am a catch.
Yes.
And
and I think that's something that her and I always kind of... Because I would always, like, boo, you have to know your worth. And she would be like, I do. But, like, she would get offended when I would say that. But if you know your worth, you're not going to put up with all these things because you know your worth.
Yeah.
And so I just, always wanted you to know that, your worth.
And also, there have been people say, well, he buys you things. Well, he buys you things. He helps you with bills, and he does. Okay, but I can do that on my own.
Yes.
Like, I
Yes.
don't need you. My love cannot be bought. Like, so.
Yeah. There was something else that I had just thought about that we had talked about a little bit ago, and then oh my gosh, I can't remember what it was. See, this is why I need to write everything down.
Yeah.
So at some point, if you ask yourself, do you think that you held on for so long for love or for fear?
I held on for so long for many reasons. Love, probably the number one reason.
Yeah.
Fear, definitely a reason.
Fear of
Being alone. Fear
starting
of
over.
Starting over.
Mm-hmm.
Fear of, I am 45.
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
I'm 45, so let's. So I'm, not getting any younger, but
But I feel like too, we make excuses for the people that keep making the same choices.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And that was my thing on the outside, like being your friend and like experiencing this. But like you said earlier, like you kind of had to shrink.
Yes.
But you didn't see that until you stepped out from it.
Yes.
But the people on the outside looking in did see that.
I
very much noticed.
I guarantee you did, because I'm very full of life.
Yeah.
Like, and
but the life was sucked right out of her.
Yeah.
And I'm not blaming that on any, like, it's just the experience in itself in the relationship as a whole, but I do think, like, when people try to fake it to make it, like, I don't know who are they trying to fool? Who are they trying to prove something to?
Yeah.
And I really think it's themselves, because and especially if it's someone like near and dear to you, like you're gonna know. Like I know, like our there's been people very near and dear to me that are in not so healthy relationships, and you can see it. It's written all over them. It's in their eyes. Eyes don't lie. And it was the same for you. Like, no matter how much you smiled with your mouth, your eyes wasn't smiling.
Yeah.
So I wanted to touch base on this too, because I think that some people stay because of what others might think.
That's very true.
They stay because, or they want to prove someone wrong.
That's very true.
I was like in my younger years, I said, because I didn't want to hear, I tried to tell you.
Yep.
I told you so.
Yes.
So like, I think a lot of people, stay because whether it's their parents, whether it's their best friend, whether it's their sister, whether it's their auntie, whether it's whatever, they're just thinking about what they might think.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, what is my mom and my dad gonna think if this relationship doesn't work out?
Yeah.
See, now for my kids, they know they're cool. Like, they can come any of them at any point in time and be comfortable with that, because do not ever like stay in a relationship that's not good for you.
Yeah.
But for some, it's not the case.
Yeah.
And I'm sure, like, you wanted your relationship to work because you were married, you had children together. You know what I'm saying?
More than anything, it's because I always swore, growing up that
thank you for the follow.
I wouldn't.
Okay, if you want to be added, you have to tell me in the comments what you want to talk about. Sorry, I'm multitasking.
Once again.
I feel like. Man, this guy's burning.
Drop in the comments what you want to talk about, and I might add you. Thank you for the follow. About your...
I lost my train of thought.
Proven to others. Is that what we're talking about?
Oh, I didn't really... There wasn't even any point when it came to mine about what others thought, because nobody really wanted to jump. Like,
my phone's gonna die. I gotta go, but I'll be back. It's on 1.
It's on 1.
right, literally. And Chris responded again.
Okay. You can answer it. I mean, why not? This is real life, y'all. We're gonna get more professional as we go. Wait, like on our 100th episode,
Okay.
on our 100th episode,
I'm in the middle of the podcast.
you can go back and watch the first like 10-ish. Okay,
It's okay.
Yeah,
and see how far we've come.
Because we're about to get a new set. We're about
Yes.
to do all kinds of things.
So we're gonna end this really quick. I just wanted to end it with a lot of love is not enough.
Right.
Unfortunately, you guys, it's just not.
Just give me like
It's so
20
much more
minutes
than
to call me
that.
back.
You have anything to say about that? I mean, trust, communication,
Probably less than that,
honesty.
honestly.
yeah,
Transparency.
All right.
Love is not enough.
no,
I
unfortunately
know.
not.
Yeah.
All right, well, thanks y'all for tuning in, and we'll see you next
All right,
time.
love you.
Okay. Bye.
Bye. One more thing before we go. I just feel like because she gives chances, a lot of chances.
Yeah.
I, on the other hand, do not.
Yeah.
Because I don't think that people need more chances. I think they need consequences.
Yeah.
And with that, they can take some accountability.
Well, I saw something the other day that said somebody is not going to change by you loving them more.
Oh,
If
no.
they already are not appreciating what you're giving, loving them more is not going to change that.
not.
So, consequences.
Yes, that's what they got to learn from. And then some don't even learn with that.
Some do not learn with that.
All right, bye.
Bye.
Straight to the top, never going down, don't wait for the drop.